So this is going to be my final nail in the coffin to anybody out there who thinks that upgrading a console mid-generation is a good idea. And I want you to answer me one thing. If it's such a good, I want you to answer me this question. And everyone seems to have overlooked this who claim that this is a good idea for a Xbox 1.5 or PS4 4.5 or 4K, whichever you'd like to call it, is if that was the case, why did the Steam box fucking fail? Because I would think if I could get a home console in my home hooked up to my TV with high specs, able to run high-end PC gaming, you think I would get a Steam box. But that's right, no one bought a Steam box because it was a fucking stupid idea. You talk about appealing to the masses, and this is valid. They talk about appealing to the masses by bringing the PC into the home landscape. Well, excuse me, the living room landscape hooked up to your TV. And they do this by having a multi-tier systems with completely different specs, all calling them a Steam box, not only confusing the customer, but just leaving the customer scratching their head when they could just go buy a PlayStation, go buy the Xbone, and be perfectly fine, not have to worry about specs, not have to worry about anything like that. And I know for a fact, technology, someone's going to give me the argument, technology is always evolving, we have to evolve technology with it. Okay, that's true. That's true. But here's the thing, we have to look at the trend of consoles. And the trend has always been never do it. Never, ever upgrade a console midway through a generation. We've seen this with the 32X. We've seen, with the Sega 32X, the Genesis, the Sega CD. And we saw what happened to Sega. We see this today with the new 3DS and the old 3DS. I want to say that the only console that has ever gotten an upgrade that wasn't just aesthetics or storage capacity or a internal that's not anything regarding processing power or GPU power was I would say it was the PSP. And I can't remember if it was the 2000 or the 3000, but the original PSP came with something like 16 megabytes of RAM. The 2000 or 3000, I can't remember, came with 32. And I believe the processor was slightly overclocked a little bit. But that's pretty much the only thing. And the reason that worked is because it was compatible with all games. Obviously there was new games that could take advantage of it, but all the games worked on the original PSP, and that's where the advantage was. I would implore Microsoft to use the cloud to its full potential, and Sony to you can't do this. You have to think of another strategy. This isn't cell phones, this isn't tablets, this isn't TVs. This is completely different. Look at the trends. Look at the trends regarding all those technologies and then compare them to video games. Anytime someone's done a mid-cycle refresh, look what happens. But that's it. That's my final nail in the coffin for this whole mid-cycle refresh. Well, it's not even a refresh, the mid-cycle upgrade to the 8th generation consoles. Let me know what you guys think. Have a good day.